Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka B.Rich Beauty, aka your beauty best friend. Happy Wednesday, y'all! Well, child, D.L Hughley and Mo'Nique are out here in these internet streets fighting. Todd Chrisley from Chrisley Knows Best, he's being sued. Baby, we're talking about that and a lot more. You know what to do. Grab your tea, grab your beverage. Let go! Beauty Besties, happy hump day to you, sugar. I'm back in the house. Did y'all miss me? Because I miss y'all, honey, in this tea, child. Baby, let me tell y'all something. I know I sound crazy. You're like, why do you sound so congested? Because I am. Honey, y'all know I was in D.C. If y'all didn't know, I was in D.C. last week for work, and then I decided to spend the holiday weekend there. And I feel like being out of my natural habitat of Miami for that many days, my sinuses says, what is you doing? And it started to attack me. So I sound worse, but I feel great. I just sound really, really congested. So I'm taking all types of allergy this and decongestant that, and I apologize for that. So I will try to spare you getting too high and too nasally today, but bear with me, Beauty Besties. Now, sugar, how is your hump day going? Oh, we're already halfway through the week, honey, and it was already a little bit of a long weekend, having Monday off, and I actually had Tuesday off, and I got Friday off this week, so it's a little bit of a short week for me, but your Beauty Best Friend is going to, by the way, I'm going to talk about last weekend, but I'm also talking about what's happening this weekend, right? I got to go to New York for work tomorrow, right? But I decided to also take a day off, and so I'm taking Friday off in New York, and guess who got tickets to see a Broadway play by the name of Take Me Out? Child. I'm going down to the Broadway to see the Jesse Williams play. Obviously, I heard, y'all know, they take phones, they lock them up. So I will just have to report back to y'all based off of my memories. And I'm going to take my notepad and make some notes. And I'm just joking. But I am so excited that, obviously I'm sure the ticket sales went through the roof after, the whole Jesse Williams Twittergate. But I'm just actually really excited to see a good Broadway show and to see some fine acting. Good. Anyway. How was your Memorial Day weekend? And obviously Memorial Day is one of those things where, we're observing and remembering those that gave their life fighting for this country. But how was your Memorial Day? Did you guys do anything? Did you cook out? Did you have a picnic? Not a picnic, but a barbecue, child. Did anybody have a good old piece of rib or chicken wing? Memorial Day weekend was actually Pride in DC this weekend, so I did some Pride events. But while I was in DC doing Pride events, everybody was out there in Las Vegas doing Mr. Auntie Anita Baker, and I'm gonna just talk about that for a second because I still got FOMO. I don't know if y'all know the story about this, but I was trying to go see Auntie Anita myself. And by the time I got ready to buy tickets, because I was going to go with a friend who overslept and didn't buy my ticket when he got his, I'm not going to call no names, but by the time I went to get tickets, because they paid $800 for theirs, because I think it was probably resold as well, but by the time I got ready to get my ticket, it was a smooth $1,400, and I was like, well, guess I won't be seeing Auntie Anita today, but the video clips and the pictures and the moments and the celebrities that went out, like everybody was in Las Vegas having a good old time to Auntie Anita. Now I'm gonna tell you this. I am thrilled Auntie Anita got a whole residency. I'm also equally thrilled that I think the residency did so well. Hopefully they'll invite her back for some more dates, and I will be out there on Ticketmaster.com right when the tickets drop, because I will go see her again. And she really did sound amazing. Anita Baker is one of those old school singers, and she's old school because she sang with a corded mic. She didn't have no wireless mic, honey. She said, I need my sound to sound the best that I got. And so she had a corded mic as she sang herself across that stage. You can tell that she's used to directing a band behind her as she's singing. She had her arm movements going, the arm dropping. She was giving the band their cue. Y'all know I pay attention to stuff like that. Mommy Mel sings, right? So I was here for it. I got issues with whoever was the wardrobe person for Auntie Anita and her stylist glam team. First of all, Who put Auntie Anita Baker in this Rick James protective hairstyle for her Vegas residency? Mama out here got these dreads all up in her head like she about to go on a Jamaican vacation and not about to sing down to the Las Vegas Strip. I need to know why she got this Rick James inspired hairstyle in her head. That's first piece. Second piece is, y'all know Auntie Anita ain't that a spring chicken anymore. I need to know why they chose such a heavy, weighted blanket looking sequin gown dress that they had her in. And you could tell it was heavy and it was too long because she wears kitten heels these days. So she's not 4 inches up off the ground. She is a half an inch off the ground in her kitten heel. So she is dragging her dress, and because she's dragging her dress, all you see here is holding, and because it has a split down the front, right? She's holding her dress up, and she's holding the dress up that we see above the kneecaps. And then that's where I have my other issue. We see above her kneecaps, and we see she got on black stockings that are so opaque they might as well be ballerina tights. Why did y'all put Auntie Anita Baker in these black Wicked Witch of the East, I'm about to drop a house on you tights? Okay? And I get that these tights look like they might be some type of compression or control top something, but there are other colors that you could choose to do it. Look at Beyonce. We know Beyonce wears 3 layers of pantyhose, but they still flesh colored. Heck, if y'all were really that concerned about having everything all snatched up and in the right place for Auntie Anita, put her in some RuPaul tights. Y'all know RuPaul is a drag queen, so his tights, or his stockings, are meant to hold everything in like a Pillsbury can of dough, okay? So I just needed to know why the weighted sequin dress, and why these black opaque tights, and why this Rick James protective hairstyle. Now, outside of the actual fashion, and the kitten heel on top of that. Now, outside of this actual fashion, Miss Mama sounded good. I had the FOMO. Chance the Rapper was there. She gave Chance the Rapper a shout out, saying that he was her friend in music and he helped to get her masters back with her and for her. So I love the industry came out to pay homage. I told you this was going to be like a black family reunion, honey, which is another reason why I was upset. My homeboy Funky Dineva went out there and had a funky brunch type of time, a funky brunch bunch of a good old time. I wanted to be out there, so I said again that when Auntie Anita goes back out to Vegas, because I'm sure she will be, I will be out there the second go around, okay? Now, while Auntie Anita was getting her life and giving you all that she got, I was in D.C., honey, watching Trina perform in a club and Saucy Santana perform in a club. Yay, Saucy Santana. So apparently y'all had the better entertainment. I will say this. I don't even go for these club performances. I didn't know Trina was going to pop up at this club, nor was Saucy Santana was going to pop out on stage either. I go to hang out with my friends, to shake a little, to stand on people's couches, because that's what I like to do, and to, have a good old cocktail or two. So that was my Memorial Day, y'all. And I came back sounding all extra congested, and eat some good food and brunch, child. So I hope y'all had a good Memorial Day. I hope for all the people that went to see Auntie Anita Baker, y'all had a good old time. But baby, are y'all ready to jump into these hot topics? Because they're hot. Let's go. Child, did y'all see that the uncles and the aunties are fighting? D.L Hughley and Mo'Nique are having an online fight back and forth. And as family members, all we doing is sitting on the sideline watching it go like this. So apparently, and I hope I don't miss any details because I was real confused and trying to get to the root of all of this. But apparently, Mo'Nique and D.L Hughley were scheduled to do a comedy show together in Detroit. And Mo'Nique thought that she was supposed to be the headliner. So when she got to the venue, they had her go on before. And so she got on stage and ripped D.L Hughley and obliterated him to shreds. And when I say shreds, think shredder, find important documents, finely shredded. She came after this man's family. She came after this man's wife. She came after this man's sexuality, which I had an issue with, because if you going after somebody, because I was having this conversation too. Why is it that when people want to go after somebody, they attack somebody's sexuality? Mind you now, because I'm going to tell you one thing. I know for certain Mo'Nique has a whole gaggle of gays in her glam camp. So the fact that you're going after D.L Hughley, talking about what does the D.L stand for, how low are you bending over, trying to insinuate something about his sexuality, and you're going the gay route, I find that personally offensive, ma'am, because why are you attacking somebody's sexuality as a personal attack? Sexuality has nothing to do with it. That's the first piece. Neither does his family, honestly, and everything else. But she went on this diatribe saying that, she was supposed to go last, but she thinks, her contract said this, that she was a queen of comedy, that, he sat under her table, and like all of these things. She just went real personal, and it really felt like she spent a majority of her time complaining to the audience instead of entertaining. So then D.L Hughley clapped back. Now says, I got receipts. My memo deal says that I go last, which means I'm the headliner, X, Y, and Z. This was my, the agreement. If you have any issues, take it up with your management team, not with me. And then she responded with her contract, a signed contract, saying that he only had a memo deal. He's not providing a signed contract, which tells me that it wasn't even real, that he was supposed to be a headliner. So she's going back and forth. Then DL responds saying, wait a minute, this contract is from your own production company. What kind of smoke and mirrors are you trying to do? You need to go after, again, the promoters if they deceived you and not me. He then went on to take to his platform, because y'all know D.L Hughley, has a radio show. He went on to take to his platform to then say, you know what? Against my better judgment, I decided to work with Monique. He goes, and out of all of this, I've now learned the lesson of Tyler and Oprah, of Lee Daniels, that to take a chance to work with Monique is basically choosing career poison, because of the fact of at some point she's going to try to weaponize Black femininity. She's going to try to have a complaint, and she's going to try to attack you. Now, here's my thing. This is a whole lot of back and forth, and it all seems to boil down to who is being billed as the headliner here. Now, I'm not a comedian. I don't tour comedy clubs, but I know for certain that if this was an issue about the order of appearance and the run of show and everything else, that to me logically sounds like it needs to go to the promoter and the people that negotiated your contract and how they paid you. That has nothing to do with D.L Hughley personally as a person. So I feel slightly inclined to side on the D.L Hughley side, because y'all know Mo'Nique just got out of timeout. We all know Mo'Nique had been blackballed for years, and Lee Daniels just took her out of timeout. She just started working again. She got like television show in progress. She's now touring again. People are booking her, and now she's starting this additional shitstorm based off of who is being billed as a headliner. Now, one of the things that DL mentioned, he said, I really consider Mo'Nique to be almost that of an arsonist. She likes to start fires, cause this drama, and sit back and watch the house burn down. He goes, while she is he goes like, while I am, going to get back to my businesses, she could be the queen of ashes, because at this point, this is all she's becoming known for. She's becoming more problematic to work with than anything else. So where does this leave Mo'Nique? This is my question. Is Mo'Nique in the right here? Is this back and forth even justified? And then if you feel like somebody did you wrong, then you sue the person who booked you for breach of contract. But this whole back and forth is the reason why Mo'Nique stays in timeout. And it's quite interesting, because there's an element of a manipulation, I think, because I also feel, side note, because when I listen to Monique, then I feel like I side with her, because I'm like, well, she makes some great points, but is she taking this soapbox and is she twisting it to her own advantage versus actually resting in the truth? So this DL and Mo'Nique drama, it's interesting to see these old heads fight back and forth, but I feel like ding, 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 DL Hughley may have won this round, So tell me your thoughts here. Y'all, do y'all watch Chrisley Knows Best? I don't watch it. Mommy Mel watches it. I don't watch it because Todd Chrisley actually works my nerves, him and his voice and just all of the other stuff. But baby, Todd and Julia, his wife, are being sued for bank fraud and tax evasion. So according to the indictment, prosecutors are alleging that the reality TV show couple submitted fake documents to the banks to obtain loans that they use to fund their lifestyle. In addition to that, they're also saying that Julia submitted fake bank reports and credit scores to try to rent a home in California. Baby, they out here got us thinking that they live in this life of gold and lux and majesty and opulence, but basically they live in this life and it's basically scrap metal. Now, in addition to this, Todd Chrisley's former business partner also said that he cheated on his wife, honey, with him, and that they two together end up paying off a blackmailer who was trying to out them on having a secret gay love affair. Allegedly. Now, let's also talk real quick. I don't know if y'all watch the show or not, honey, but, you know, Todd Chrisley's sexuality has always been a concurring theme throughout this, whether it's been in interviews or you just watch the show and you be like, well, is Julia Chrisley blind like Helen Keller? Like, is water wet? Is the sky blue? Are clouds white? Am I black? Like, all of these things... I can't make this stuff up. Okay, so according to Mark Braddock, who's the ex-business partner and ex-bedroom partner with Todd Chrisley, he testified in this ongoing federal fraud trial that in the early 2000s, he and Todd had this about a 1-year affair together while he was working for Todd's foreclosure company. And during that time, he and Todd started receiving anonymous text messages from someone saying that they were going to out them on the fraud piece and the fact that they were bedroom buddies, honey. Now, here's the other get you gotcha. He said that they ended up paying off, they took out a total of like $38,000 to pay off this person who was anonymous, and that he and Todd stopped sleeping together, and that he and Todd were went on working together as friends and almost like a brother in business together. But the prosecution or the defense, Todd's people, I don't know which side that plays on, but Todd's people are saying that Mark is saying all of this because he was trying to live the life like Todd. He was trying to, you know, basically keep up with all the Joneses, and that he has a personal vendetta against Todd. So do not believe Mark in all of this, and that Todd is not gay or had a gay affair. Baby, like I said, I don't even watch Chrisley's Knows Best, but at this point, I need Bravo or whoever, E! News or whatever network this show comes on to tap in for this court trial, because this court trial is now juicier than the actual show itself. Do y'all watch this show, Beauty Besties? And have y'all heard about all this drama going on with Todd and Julia Chrisley and this fraudulent of a life allegedly that they're living? Y'all chime in the comments and let me know, baby. And on that note, guys, I got to go. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave me a comment. Most importantly, check the notifications and make sure they're turned on so you don't miss out on all of this good old melanated magic sugar. Who loves you? I do. See you Friday. Bye, guys.